Hi, this is Gary G with the word of encouragement. This one comes from Hebrews. Long ago, at many times and in many ways, God spoke to our fathers by the prophets. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed the heir of all things, through whom also he created the world. He is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature. And he upholds the universe by the word of his power. Wow. After making purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty on high, having become as much superior to angels as the name he has inherited is more excellent than theirs. So here we're covering the attributes of God, going through the book of Hebrews. So in verse 1, we see that a simple thing that God spoke. We see that God spoke. And then in verse 2, it says, but in these last days he's spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed the heir of all things, through whom also he created the world. So in verse 2, we see that God spoke through his Son. He's spoken to us through his Son. And then we see that he also created the world. Wow. And then in verse 3, it says, he is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature. And he upholds the universe by the word of his power. After making purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty on high. Wow. So here in verse 3, we see 5 things, 5 characters. We see that he is the radiance of the glory of God. We see that he's the exact imprint of his nature. 3, we see that he upholds the universe by the word of his power. And we see that he made purification for sins. Wow. And finally, here in verse 3, it says he sits at the right hand of the Majesty on high. Wow. So 5 characteristics of God just in this one verse. And then moving on to verse 4, it says, having become as much superior to angels as the name of he has inherited is more excellent than theirs. So we see that he's superior to angels, and that the name he inherited is much more excellent than theirs, than angels. Wow. So just in these 4 verses, we see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters of God. So I invite you to read through the book of Hebrews and go verse by verse and look at every verse to see what character or action that God does. So that's it for now in this first paragraph thought. If you enjoy this teaching, go ahead and like and subscribe, and then go ahead and check out the affiliate link, thejoycafe.com, to help support. And yeah, if you are encouraged by this teaching, please again like and subscribe, and then always be kind. Whoops, here we go. Always be kind. You have a great day. Bye-bye.